Hello, welcome to another edition of the Pace Report. I'm Brian, Pace reporting live here at the Iridium Jazz Club here in New York City. Making a rare appearance here at the Iridium here in New York is the great Kazumi Watanabe, the great jazz guitarist from Tokyo, Japan. And for over 40 years, this man has made a dent both here and abroad, playing with the likes of the great Randy Brecker as well as Michael Brecker, the great Marcus Miller, Omar Hakim, and Lee Ritenour, just to name a few. We sat down earlier and we talked about his origins growing up in Japan and how he took this guitar very serious. As you might recall, he recorded his very first jazz recording at the age of 17 and was hailed as a child prodigy, but his style fuses both fusion, rock, as well as traditional jazz. We sat down earlier also and we talked about his important influences and also how the Japanese music fans are perceiving his music as well as his fans abroad. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the sounds of Mr. Kazumi Watanabe live here at the Iridium Jazz Club here in New York City, here on the Pace Report. Kazumi, welcome back to New York City.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm very happy to come here.
You know, let's start off the interview by talking about your Tokyo roots. I understand that you started off playing piano, but it was the ventures that really got you into guitar.
Yes, I started playing piano when I was around age 10 or 10, around 10. Then because my mother wanted to play piano, and after a while I listened to the band called Ventures. It's kind of social music. That was a very big wave of Japan at the time. And I fall in love with electric guitar. I quit to play the piano and I switched to play the guitar.
You know, the 1960s was really a very unique period for rock and jazz because the guitar kind of reigned supreme. What was it about the guitar that stood out to you that just was like, this is something that I have to play?
Well, actually, around the 1960s, Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton. Also, I listened to the Final Fudge, kind of progressive rock. And Chicago, Blood, Sweat and Tears, and Doors, and many great bands, it's appeared in the States and Europe. And, well, it's a very it's a good reason to get into the music for me.
You know, you said the 60s was that hybrid of just everything, an amalgamation of fusion and jazz.
Yes.
And you studied guitar very seriously. In fact, you recorded your first record at 17. Who were some of your musical influences?
I started to listen to like a Westmore and Kenny Bauer, but at that time I'm very young, and I feel I like it more kind of rock and roll thing. And finally, I find Barry Coyle, John McLaughlin. Wow, that's my kind of music. Yeah, I started playing kind of jazz rock and fusion. Yeah, that's my starting point.
When you started studying guitar, who were some of the people that started to teach you, and what were some of the things that helped develop your style as a jazz guitarist?
Well, I studied under Kazumi Watanabe, kind of jazz method something arrangement, and I studied jazz guitar with my teacher called Sadanori Nakamura. He's a very traditional style of jazz, like Jimbo. Well, I listened to the many kind of guitarists and I combined together.
What is it that you find about American music fans, jazz fans, versus your brothers and sisters over in Japan? Is there a difference, or do you think that there's a different type of mentality when it comes to appreciating the music?
Well, I think it's same, I feel. Because, let's say, around the end of 1970, like Lee Ritner and Ronnie Calvin came to Japan to have some clinic and live session. And it's not only the concert. The good thing is they played in like a club called Pitwin. It's same as like a baked potato and like a evening. So we can listen to such kind of music very close. It's not like a sit on the stage. It's kind of shock. Wow.
You came here in 1978, and one of the first guys you played with was a dear friend of yours, Lee Ritenour.
Yeah.
Tell me what it was like getting acclimated to playing not only with him, because he was starting to rise, but also just your first time here in America playing. What was that like?
Mostly, I came here for the recording, and like my album, Lost of Cat, John Cable, so Maybe White, many giants, jazz giants. It's a great experience for me. Yeah. I didn't do this live concert, but well, I remember that around the end of 1970, I had a concert in California. It's a kind of the event called Street Scene. Yeah, at the time I played with Buddy Bonnell and some of his friends. It's I think my first job with my music in America.
You know, fusion jazz was something that was very big, and you said earlier you were influenced by guys like the Mahavishnu Orchestra and the Weather Report, and that's still your fusion style of guitar playing is still kind of prevalent in your music today. describe your technique, because it's very energetic, but at the same time, it's very, very structured.
Well, I think the guitar technique is very wide. It's kind of wide range, from the acoustic to the electric. Some of the ethnic influence, like Spanish music, Brazilian music. There's so many things to do for the guitarist. Yes. And I like to play the many kind of sound. The reason to I choose the guitar.
2003, you released Guitar Renaissance, which is your very first solo guitar project. And throughout your career, you have done different variations of different guitar projects. What's it like playing with the solo guitar versus playing with a group? And what are some of the things that you have learned and mastered as a guitarist playing in the solo world?
Well, playing with band is very happy. It's very happy to me to play the music. It's very fun, very like a conversation. And the different aspect of the guitar is the solo project. It's like my life work, and it seems to I speak to guitar just between guitar and me. Nothing in there, nothing between. I mean, I want to be more transparent to play the music with the guitar. It's one of the reasons I'm studying the solo project, just guitar. it's kind of challenge. Because the playing just guitar 2 hours, just myself, there's some kind of tension, and sometimes I'm afraid, and sometimes I'm scared. I wish I could play the guitar more better, but sometimes I do some mistake. But I don't care, sometimes the guitar helps me a lot. So music makes happy is a very important point. I also enjoy sound guitar.
You know, during the 80s you came here and you played with some fantastic musicians ranging from Omar Hakim to Marcus Miller. One in particular you played with was the great Michael Brecker. And he's no longer with us. Tell me what it was like when you first met him, and what was his spirit like when you guys were recording and played together?
The key person is Mike Mayer. And when the album called Tochika in 1980, and I spent a couple months for the prepared things in New York. And at that time, Mike asked me, "Oh, Kazumi, you not have to prepare things before coming to the States. You come to States, then enjoy cruise, see the movies and musical, and go to the metropolitan and blah blah blah." It takes some time to get into the mood for the music in New York. That was his suggestion. I go into his apartment to make the arrangement together. So he told me, "So what guitarist, what bassist, or what drummer think is suitable for this new song?" I like it better. I like to play the Peter Skin. Okay, let's call him. He put the phone, then called California. "Hey Pete, I'm not doing some project with Kazumi Watanabe. So why don't you come? Why don't you join me?" It's kind of a dream come true. Mike Manier is mine. It's very important guy.
That's right. He produced your very first project. You know, another thing that I have a lot of respect for what you've done over the years is that you don't just limit yourself to just the rock fusion. You do this guitar solo like we talked about. You do big, I mean, there are different variations. How do you know about composing your songs for the different projects? How do you see that?
Very difficult, but in Japan, I listen to many kinds of music, like classical, some of the kind of modern, contemporary music, also the old jazz and the new jazz, fusion. But mostly I listen to the classical music. It's a kind of the treasure island of the music. There is a lot of ideas. Yeah, listen to Bach, Tchaikovsky, and things. And my wife, she's a pianist and composer. She helped me a lot. She gave me a lot of inspiration for making music.
you know, most musicians who come to the United States, you know, they throw themselves into the American music scene, especially New York and LA. Why did you decide to stay in Japan and make your career over there? But you've also had, you know, a lot of success here in the United States as well, over 40 years in business.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Maybe near future, I would like to live a couple months in the United States to have some good time with my friend. Yeah, I like to play and I like to see the many places. Like a couple years ago, me and my wife tried driving to like this Valley and Grand Canyon. We also like to go to the Europe, like Paris and Spain, but so America has many possibility to not only the music, you know, it's culture. Yeah, I have a plan to not to totally move, but there's more stay and the time in the America.
Kazumi Watanabe, what does jazz music mean to you?
Oh, it's tough. What can I say? Jazz. I think jazz is very city music. I feel always. It's like jazz is like a kind of inspiration art. It's not it's an impression. It's very abstract. Jazz is always modern and abstract and inspired. And sometimes, you know, it's mystical. I always try to find something new. It's jazz. It's always, you know, can't reach. Yeah, that's why I love jazz.
That'll do it again for another edition of the Pace Report, reporting live here at the Iridium Jazz Club here in New York City. I'd like to personally thank the talented Kazumi Watanabe for his time, as well as the staff and management here at the Iridium Jazz Club for their warm hospitality. As always, please visit my website, www.thepacereport.com, for my weekly column as well as my past segments. Until next time, remember, if it's in the groove, it'll make you move. Till next time, peace.